On November 15th, 2018, Jimmie Birmingham was riding his motorcycle home from work. He turned north at the intersection of Scott Road and Antelope Road in Menifee. Jimmie was starting to approach a slight bend in the road, and a car pulled out right in front of him.
The person that he was involved in the collision with, I believe, was in a hurry and made some wrong decisions about how to get out of the traffic that he was in.
As Jimmie was driving his motorcycle on this 2-lane road with the car crossing over double yellow lines. The driver who pulled out in front of Jimmie caused the crash that stopped Jimmie's motorcycle and sent Jimmie flying through the air. And Jimmie was extremely hurt that night.
He had torn his aorta, and he had been bleeding that whole time from the time of his accident until they took him into surgery.
The worst decision I ever had to make was when the doctor said, "I need your authorization to take him off life support. At least at that point, you can donate organs." My son's organs were all destroyed. He couldn't save anybody.
I hugged him and I whispered in his ear, and I loved on him, and I told him what a good son he was and how special he was and how much I was going to miss him.
This completely tragic but avoidable collision broke the law in California, and Marcus was charged with a crime, specifically with violating Penal Code Section 192C2, vehicular manslaughter without gross negligence.
I had only been driving by myself for about 6 months. When I made that left-hand turn, I heard this screech of tires, and then next thing you know, my airbags went off, and that's when I knew that I had been in a collision. And looking back on it, it wasn't worth it. Making that left-hand turn, it costed a life, and that'll always be with me.
The important thing that I hope we can take away, and that I've tried to take away, is that we just need to follow the rules of the road. Follow the rules of the road that are designed to help you and me get home safely.
Driving is the most potentially dangerous thing we do on a daily basis. There are innumerable risks involved because your own physical safety is no longer just in your hands, it's in the hands of everyone else on the road, which means we have to be able to trust one another. It's a tremendous responsibility we have to follow the rules of the road and not put ourselves and one another in unnecessary danger. The law is written to prevent tragic consequences like the one seen in this case. Vehicular manslaughter is a crime involving the death of a person other than the driver as a result of the negligent operation of a motor vehicle. Negligence is defined as a failure to behave with the level of care that someone of ordinary prudence would have exercised under the same circumstances.
When you wake up every day and your son is not there, you can't fix that. That can't be fixed.